What we're doing is we're cutting Democrat programs that we didn't want. That gives me the right to cut programs that Republicans never wanted. You know, giveaways, welfare programs, et cetera.
Do you expect there will be charges that there was a conspiracy against you?
I don't know about charges. You know, I'm allowed to be involved in this. I'm the Chief Law Enforcement Officer of the United States. You know that, right?
I have a stunning Fox News interview for us to hop into with Maria Bartiromo and Donald Trump covering multiple topics, and it gets pretty wild. So leave us a like on the video if you can. It helps us out a ton, gives us a boost in the algorithm. We're trying to get to 30,000 subscribers, and let's just get right to it with some fact checks ready.
Do you expect there will be charges that there was a conspiracy against you?
I don't know about charges. You know, I'm allowed to be involved in this. I'm the Chief Law Enforcement Officer of the United States. You know that, right?
I love that he continues to make MAGA look like complete fools with every line they come up with to try and defend him. Like they've cried since these indictments came down that, well, they're just following the facts and Trump is just speaking his mind in that True Social post directing Bondi to go after them because, you know, he's not actually directing the DOJ. He's not actually involved. And then here he is openly stating, yeah, I'm involved. I'm allowed to be involved. So what? Like, I wonder why then he was so angry just last year saying, well, Biden was getting involved in weaponizing the DOJ to go after him and it's a banana republic and it's evil. It's like, it's almost as if he thought that that was just the convenient lie for him to tell then. And now that he's in power and actually weaponizing the government against his political enemies, not only, again, proving the legitimacy of his charges that were criminal, right, and true, and means MAGA supports a felon rapist, but that MAGA also really doesn't even care about the issues that they pretend to. Only when it means Democrat bad about anything do they care.
And, you know, what he did is he did the right thing a couple of years ago on something like this, and he got hurt by his party. And it doesn't, I don't think it matters to him. I think he's just so dead that he'll do anything. I think they could just stay out forever. I mean, to be honest with you. Now, what we're doing is we're cutting Democrat programs that we didn't want because, I mean, they made one mistake. They didn't realize that that gives me the right to cut programs that Republicans never wanted. You know, giveaways, welfare programs, et cetera.
You heard it here first, guys, from Trump's own mouth. He's going to punish the Democrats for not complying with his MAGA agenda by purposefully targeting programs for the poor. But this definitely isn't an administration for the rich, guys. Let's not cut the Pentagon money that has failed the last 7 or 8 audits. Let's not cut the ICE money that has now funded more than some countries' militaries. Let's not cut oil CEO subsidies, handouts to billionaires like Elon Musk with the lavish government contracts. Let's not cut any of that. Let's target the poor, the real guys mooching off the system, not the rich who we throw demonstrably more money into, where it has to be stated again, the first program and staff or whatever that Trump saw fit of cutting was the entirety of the special education offices in the Department of Education. That is who MAGA is. MAGA all supports it. Believe them when they show you.
When you spoke to Vladimir Putin, did you tell him that you were considering sending Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine? Are you still seriously considering that?
Well, I've been asked by Ukraine if they could have Tomahawks, and I'm looking at it. I spoke with Vladimir Putin about it. Not that he would be thrilled. It's a violent, vicious weapon. But we have to remember one thing. We need them for ourselves, too. You know, we can't give all of our weapons to Ukraine. We just can't do that. And I've been very good to President Zelensky and to Ukraine, but we can't give, you know, if we're going to be short, I don't want to do that. I can't.
I mean, you have to love that this is our president saying that before he sends munitions to our allies, that he's speaking to the leader of the country that is antithetical to us. Why would he talk to Putin about that? In what world does that make any sense, especially as Putin has defied Trump time and time again? It's not like they're in good relations, as Trump likes to pretend, and Trump is still parading around saying, well, Russia's going to have to take significant parts of Ukraine, that he doesn't know how much he can back Ukraine up, and that it ultimately is their fault. This is a man who doesn't stand with his allies, has no care for our past deals and negotiations, and definitely doesn't understand diplomacy. That's why the Israel-Hamas deal has already fallen apart, and why this conflict that was supposed to be solved on day one has only gotten much worse under his watch.